Let's talk about the best credit cards for beginners. And we've probably heard a lot, growing up, especially us being young, looking up to people, that credit is bad, don't get one.
Got him! Got him!
But if you had the financial backings, if you had the wisdom around credit, how to utilize it, and we've probably seen it a lot more. There's people teaching about credit. I'm just gonna give you guys some basic information, and it's up to you to decide if you want to continue to pursue this route. But if you are starting off, you're 18, I'd highly recommend you starting to build your credit now. Personally, I messed up, did a lot of bad choices, heard a lot of different things around credit, didn't really do my research, and I fell, and I had bad credit from the age of 18 all the way to 22, and over these last couple years built it up, hit an 800 score, and then recently bought a whole bunch of vehicles. So I'm going to share with you guys just the foundation, the beginning stages of getting credit, and why credit is even important. And these are like 20 plus credit cards I have a few in my wallet. I use credit for specific things. I think it's great to build credit. So let's talk about the importance of why credit is even important. What is a credit score? It is a financial report card that tells lenders that you're most likely going to pay them back. And people are so big about credit scores, and they're saying, hey, I don't want to get my credit hit, this or that. And there's strategic ways to be able to build your credit. You want to have a good credit score because you want to be able to get good interest rates on mortgages, on car loans. So it's going to be good for you in the future. But it's interesting because in order for you to have good credit, you need to build credit. But in order for people to want to give you a credit card, is you need a good credit. Life is interesting. That's all I gotta tell y'all. So a good credit score is anywhere from 700, 800. You don't want anything below a 700, 600, 500. These are horrible credit scores. And again, what is a credit score? It is a report card. It's a financial report card that allows the lender to see if you're most likely going to pay them back. And that's why we need to build a good credit score. And I'd highly advise you to start, especially if you're 18. And if you haven't built credit, start right now if you're older than that. Now, I've seen a lot of people that are like, I gotta get away from credit. I'll tell you this, there's so many different rewards that you can get. If you're gonna pay for groceries, for gas, if you're gonna use anything, necessities, pay for utility bills with a debit card, the only downside is you're not going to get rewards for it. With a lot of credit cards, you're able to get rewards points, and the only time I would really spend a credit card is if I'm going to pay it every month. I only pay and utilize a credit card with how much I have in my bank account. So some upsides for the credit card is you get to get cash back. And that's a lot of the credit cards I'm going to be showing you guys today. It's the cash back, the rewards. If you used a debit card for necessities like groceries, food, utilities, gas, you're not getting any points back. And at least with a credit card, if you're already going to spend your money, you might as well just get points to back it up, especially the cash back rewards cards. Those are a lot of the cards I'm going to be sharing today. These are what I recommend that I still use and that are very, very powerful. The average household spends around $60,000 to $70,000 a year. And if you were to get, let's say, 1% cash back, that's anywhere from $600 to $700 per year in cash back, that money that you would have already spent anyway. So you might as well just get more money based on the credit card points, especially as they have sign-up bonuses. And if you're already going to spend that amount of money, you might as well just get the sign-up bonuses. And there's so many benefits to having a credit card if you can use it wisely. Now, I've seen some downfall with people using credit cards where they're out there, they're just spending thinking that they have that money. When you actually use a credit card, spend how much you have in your bank account. Meaning, if you're able to pay for it month to month, that's all you're going to spend. That's what I do. I pay off all my credit cards at the end, the closing statements, the end of the month. I pay it month to month, and I never let them go over utilization. And this just shows that you are responsible, but also we're not out here wilding because we have a high credit line. We want to be able to be responsible, build credit over time, and this is what's going to allow us to be approved for lower interest rates for houses, for homes. If you guys were to buy a home, get a mortgage, right? Or if you guys were going to get a car loan. So this is going to help you in your future. Thank me later. Two types of criteria that we're going to just be talking about today when it comes down to what type of credit cards I would get. Number one is the no annual fee. You really don't want an annual fee starting off until you start to understand the game, understand the benefits of credit cards. There's going to be credit cards that have an annual fee of $95, right? Of $200-300 possibly a year. But you got to look at the benefits. If you're going to be using it for specific purposes and it makes more money than your annual fee, then it's going to be worth it. But I'm going to be showing you guys different credit cards right now on the no annual fees. That's something, if you're going to be a beginner, start off with no annual fee credit cards and go from there. Number 2 is the ability to get cash back rewards, because ultimately these are the kind of credit cards you want to get, those with cash back rewards. These are going to be your best friends. They're going to be great. And like I said, if you're spending anywhere from $60,000 to $1,000 a year, which is like the annual average of any type of household, if you I'll at least do a 1% cash back. That's kind of the standard for a lot of these. There's some that have 1.5, 5% on specific categories. You're going to get a good chunk of change by the end of the year, which is going to be great. It's going to add more money into your pocket, and it's going to be money that you're going to spend elsewhere or anyways. Might as well just get your money's worth and get your cards and the benefits to be at the top of the dollar of what you're spending. So let's get into it. We're gonna talk about the Discover It card. And if you're a student, I'd recommend you going into the application as a student, and you'll get the Discover It student card. This is a great card to start. Everybody shares about this. It's something that everyone recommends for any beginner, and there's quite a few benefits to it just starting off and just to start to build your credit. The first thing is the $100 offer. So the moment that you purchase your first purchase, you will get a $100 credit on your statement if you purchase within your first 3 months, which is amazing. Free money. Number 2 is you earn 5% cash back with up to $1,500 in purchases in each quarter based on specific categories that is part of that quarter. You know, depending on what quarter it is, there's specific categories that you get, whether it's purchasing from like Amazon, Walmart, all these different retailers. There's some for even gas. There's specific percentages that you get when you go into specific categories, and you earn 5% cash back for up to $1,500 in these categories, which is amazing. Number 3 is you get a double cash back. So after your first year, after the year that you have spent, you get this bonus, which is double cash back. There's a ton of info on this in general, but double cash back, I'll take it even if it's just a 1% cash back, but double, super amazing. Another great benefit with this card. Another thing is there is no credit history needed in order to apply. You're most likely going to get approved. Such a great deal. There's no annual fee, which is what we talked about as well. And also there is no foreign transaction fees. Solid card, something I'd look into. If you don't have any credit history, this is probably the card that everybody recommends to get yourself started so you can start building some credit history long term. Number 2 is the Chase Freedom Unlimited card. What's so amazing about this is in the first 3 months of you spending up to $500, you get a bonus, and it always fluctuates, but right now you get a bonus of over 20,000 UR points. And what UR points are is ultimate reward points, and if you were to take UR points and turn it into cash, it's estimated to be about 1.6 cent per UR point. So this is big, okay? This is where we start to understand how to redeem, because you can stack up these UR points and use them for different things, travel, dining, paying off certain things. But what's so amazing about UR points, if you know the benefits of them, you'll get to stack them up, and ultimately you can ask for cash back, which people do. But also, if you're going to be using it for traveling, dining, and also if you spend on specific categories, you get more UR points long term. And what's so great about the Freedom Unlimited is you get 1.5 UR on all purchases, UR points on every purchase you do, and there's no cap on that. No cap. There is no cap, meaning it doesn't expire. So as long as you're spending, expending, there's no cap on earning 1.5 UR points. The card is advertised as cash back, but the ultimate reward here, UR, is the UR points. That is the ultimate reward from this credit card. And like I said, if you know how to utilize UR points and get them to convert, it'll save you a lot more money in the long term. And I recommend Chase because they have a lot of great sign up bonuses. So I have all 5. I have 5 Chase credit cards. I use them all. They're all great. And just like I said at the very beginning, this card also does not have any annual fee. This next one and the third one is the Capital One Quicksilver cash reward credit card. And I personally just recently got this credit card while I was going on my car run, decided to shoot for another credit card, and it's great. When you first start off, if you spend up to $500 in your first 3 months, you get $200 cash back. And just like the Freedom Unlimited, it has a 1.5% cash back on all purchases. No cap on that. No cap. It also has no foreign transaction fees, and again, no annual fee, which is super amazing. If you want to get a good cashback card, this is another great card to apply for. The last card I'm going to be showing you guys, and one that I really enjoy using, is the Citi Double Cash Reward Card. This one has an everything 2% cash back, meaning no matter what category it's in, it's going to give you 2% cash back. 1% is going to be on everything no matter what, and you get an additional percent if you actually pay the minimum balance due date. So it's really giving you a incentive to be able to pay it off the minimum. So it's actually building your habit, which I really like. It's allowing you to want to get that reward, hint, hint, that reward for the additional 1% to allow it to be 2% cash back on everything that you're purchasing. And another thing that I like about this card is definitely no annual fees. And it looks pretty. You know, it's a pretty card. Really cool. Really, really cool card. I started using this card a lot recently, and it's been a blessing. And the 2% cash back, especially if you got other cards that are 1% cash, if you can get approved for this, highly, highly recommended. And for the perks that it gives, no annual fee, top of its dollar, and definitely worth it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will possibly try to link some stuff below, give you guys some more information, so if you guys ever have questions. Ultimately, a lot of these sign-up bonuses do change. What I do want to talk about is the importance of utilization. And utilization is the amount used after it's been reported. So, for example, let's say that you have $1,000 in your credit line and you spent 500 bucks. And then you allowed that 500 bucks to push through and you didn't pay on your date, you have a 50%, right, which is half, 50% credit utilization score. And this score is supposedly, you know, what the utilization is if you have more than a certain percentage. Right now, people recommend to not have over 30%. If you have more than that, it may bring your score down and it looks like you're not paying back your credit. So make sure you have less than 30%. My personal advice would be less than 10%. You want to shoot for less than 10%, but overall, I'd probably just say, hey, at least do 0%. Or at most, try to do your best and do 0%. But you do not want to go over 30% when it gets reported to the bureaus, okay? So that's something I want to share when it comes to credit utilization. A lot of people say this or that about it, and you don't want to get charged the interest rate at all. So I'd go anywhere below 10% if you don't probably have the cash or whatnot. But as I said earlier in this video, make sure you have the cash that you pay for. Pay it off as if you were utilizing a debit card, but you're literally taking advantage of the credit. The mind plays a lot of tricks on us on how we spend money, how much we think we have money, and the credit cards, they want to make money off that, like giving you a credit card. That's why they charge those interest fees. So be very, very responsible, get some wisdom on it, learn how to manage your money, utilize funds, and invest wisely when you guys are out there, especially when you have a high credit limit, when you guys get approved. If you guys enjoyed this, I don't know if I want to do more finance videos, stuff on credit, stuff on like what I've pretty much learned in the finance space. I'm kind of just figuring out what I want to do on this channel. If you guys like this stuff, enjoy it. I'll be able to share a lot more content around this. Hit that like button. Comment any questions you guys have below. And you guys have a blessed rest of your week. Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.